Hello, guys. I'm excited to come your way once again. Today, I want to share with you why I wrote my first book and why I think you should write your first book too. Now, writing a book is a tedious process. I believe you, me, anybody that has written one will attest to this fact. And I know there are a lot of budding entrepreneurs that are right that they are dreaming to write their first book, to author their first book, but they do not know how to go about it. And I'm just hoping that this video helps you do that, take the first step. Writing a book is just like starting out on the journey of entrepreneurship. You do not know the outcome of the book you are going to write. You do not know how people will receive it. It's just like creating a product. You do not know how the people would accept the product that you are creating. But for you to know that, you have to start from somewhere. And so the writing process is just like a budding entrepreneur starting on an entrepreneurial journey. And I believe that you, as an author, has those same feelings that a young entrepreneur has when he wants to start a journey of entrepreneurship. And so I'm just going to help you identify the things you could do to be able to start on the journey as an author. And I believe that at the end of this video, you're going to learn that, hey, the first step is so key that if you don't start, you can never get there. So why did I start? Why did I write my book, and why I think you should write a book too? Writing a book is a legacy. It's a legacy that everybody must leave behind for the next generation. I've read books of people who I do not know. I've read books of people who have left this world so for a very, very long time, and but the ideas still reign. So writing a book is so key for everybody that seeks to leave a legacy behind. So the one reason why I really decided to write a book was because I wanted to document my thought. I wanted to be able to share myself, my experiences with people that are not that I may not even know, the generations that are yet unborn. Your book could serve them. And so it is so important that to know that writing a book is just like leaving any legacy behind for generations yet unborn. If your book becomes a bestseller, just imagine how many people you could influence with your ideas, with your thoughts, with your actions. And by virtue of by deciding to write that book, you could touch a lot of lives. So it is so important to have this frame of mind before starting to write a book. As I said, writing a book is just like starting the journey of entrepreneurship. It demands a lot of courage. It demands a lot of initiative. It demands a lot of discipline, because you need to know your market. It just goes through the same process an entrepreneur goes through. You have to know your market. You have to know the people, your target audience. You have to know the kind of product or the kind of book that they would want to read and all that. But if you don't know all that and you still want to write, what do you do and what must you do to be able to keep your foot afloat? Now, these are the steps that I took to write my first book, and I hope these steps will help you. One, just do it. Just start writing. Just start writing. Listen, your writing, I mean, whether it is making sense to you or it doesn't make sense to you, the most important thing is to start putting your thoughts down. I started writing my book without any intention of writing a book. In fact, I just started writing my thoughts down. I was going through a lot of challenges when I was doing my master's, and I needed to write my thoughts down, and I needed to find solutions to the challenges that I was facing. And so I just wrote my thoughts down to find solutions to them. And so I didn't initially intend to write a book, but I just decided to write my thoughts down to help me find solutions to them. So you don't have to necessarily start with a book in mind. You start by writing your thoughts down. You start by documenting, chronicling your experience, your day-to-day experiences, and then try and find solutions to them. And finding solutions to them is by doing research. And when you do research and then you find solutions to these problems, you can also document them. Now, the reason why you need to document your thought is because it tells you the things that you have gone through and how you overcame them. So documenting your thought is key. So I started writing my first book with no intention of writing a book at all. I just decided to write my thoughts. So just do it. So the second thing I believe that you should do to write your first book is Do not look at the how. Do not look at how I'm going to get a publisher, how I'm going to get people to believe in my product or my book. How am I going to get people to read my book? How am I going to get people to notice me because nobody knows me? Listen, do not look at the how. If you look at the how, you will find 101 reasons why you cannot or you should not write your first book. And I believe that the how is not something you should look at to. Let your why be bigger than your how. Let the why you need to write be bigger than how and what you need to write that first book. Listen, as I said, you do not have to have a book at the back of your mind. You just have to flow with your thoughts. Every challenge you go through, document it and find solution to these problems. Who knows, the challenge you are going through, somebody else may be going through the same challenges, and your solution could serve the person. Listen, can you imagine people documenting their experiences that they had over 30 years in a book? And I go and buy that particular book for maybe $15 or $10, and a 30-year experience, I can just download it into my spirit and then use those experiences. Can you imagine that? So a book is an amazing legacy that everybody should leave their children, they should leave their generation. I believe that if you have this understanding that um, documenting your challenges and finding solutions to those challenges is key to writing a book. If you are just have that at the back of your mind, you wouldn't look at the how, because your solutions could bring a sort of an experience, or could help another person find a sort of solutions to their problems. So I believe that writing a first book, you do not have to look at how you're going to get it done. Just look at why you need to write, and then once you discover your why, you can discover your how. You can find out the how. The next thing you need to do is do not find a way to contribute to the world. Okay, writing a book is a channel of contribution to the world. So if you find a way of of contributing, all right, the best way to contribute to the world is to sharing your thought in form of a book. If you have a book that is powerful enough to help you, if you have information that is powerful enough for the world, put it in a book and share it to people. Listen, if somebody doesn't read it today, another person may read it tomorrow. So it's not so much. People start writing with the mindset of becoming a bestseller, and if they don't become a bestseller, they forget the writing process and they think they cannot make it as an author. But the fact is that you do not have to become a bestseller with your Facebook. I remember President Barack Obama writing his first book, and when he was a student in Harvard, and not a lot of people got to know him now then, but when he became president, people started looking at the first book that he wrote, and that book became a bestseller overnight. So listen, you do not have to look at the fact that hey, nobody knows you, who is going to read your book. Do not worry yourself with these details. What you need to worry yourself about is documenting your thoughts, your challenges, and the solutions you use to solving those challenges. That is what is important, and that is what I believe can get you to write your first book. So, listen, if these tips has been helpful to you, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments in the description below, and then let me know what you think about the tips I've shared with you so far. Take care. Bye bye.